Good afternoon, everyone. The Habsburg historian here with a political video. I know some of you are sick and tired of it. If that's not your thing, go ahead and click the X right now. But please continue to subscribe because we will get something inevitably that you would be interested in hearing or seeing. So today, I can't believe it's coming to this, but I've made myself a list of things that don't exist. So here they are. Voters electing the president. That doesn't exist. People compel their state electors on how to vote for the president. I think we all know that. Another lie, I think it doesn't exist, substantive due process. Trust me, we will cover that extensively in a future video. Substantive due process is not a real thing. It does not exist. It is a lie. Office of the president-elect. That is a lie. That does not exist. No one ever heard of that until the other day when the Biden campaign decided to put that up there on their graphic to look official. An equal rights amendment. There is no equal rights amendment. Many of us sometimes misspeak and refer to the equal rights amendment, but we're talking about the equal protection amendment, which is equal protection under the law. There is no equal rights amendment. It was defeated when they tried to get it passed back in the 70s. It's the reason why guys still have to register for selective service and girls do not. The Russia plot to elect Donald Trump. I know some of you are still hanging on to that, but did not exist. Things that haven't happened yet. A successful communist state, not happened. Meaning, the utopia that was promised by Karl Marx. Civil rights being lost or violated because of President Donald Trump. Unless I've missed one, and I know plenty of people were concerned about this. Back when he got elected, I saw people freaking out. Oh my God, my life is over. I'm this, I'm that. I'm going to get kicked out. I'm going to be persecuted. This is going to be terrible. My civil rights are being violated. And I just said, well, how? Well, they will be. And then I said, let me know when they are, because I don't believe in people's civil rights being violated. And give me an example of anyone's civil rights that were lost or violated because of the presidency of Donald J. Trump. You can't. The man was the first president to be in favor of same-sex marriage from day one in the presidency. So I don't want to hear it. Anyway, and most importantly, Joseph Biden, things that have not happened yet, Joseph Biden being elected president. That has not happened yet. And I'm not talking about the semantics about how the Electoral College hasn't met yet and they have not casted their votes. That is a fact that you're not elected president until that happens. You're not even president-elect until that happens. But he's not even presumptive president-elect right now. Okay, that's a lie. And the amount of states to get to 270, it's not happened. The states themselves, some of them still up in the air, some of them in question: Pennsylvania, Michigan, Wisconsin, Georgia, where they're caught up in the court. So all those different. There is no president-elect because those states haven't even certified. In fact, many of them are going back for full recounts, Wisconsin and Georgia. So there is no president-elect. The only reason people think there is because the news media decided to call the election. Well, it doesn't really work that way. It never has. But, again, to be fair, back in 2016, which, by the way, I think that those of us that had to listen to 4 years of questioning the legitimacy of the Trump election that have done so, we should not have to just suck it up like Whoopi Goldberg did. told us to do the other day. I couldn't believe it because I don't remember anybody of her political persuasion sucking anything up over the last 4 years. But we don't live in a country where the news media tells us or reports something and makes it true. And that should come as no surprise to any of us. Donald Trump has not conceded. Joseph Biden has declared a win. He has, crowned himself as president-elect, the office of the president-elect. But Mr. Trump, President Trump, has not conceded. He has not conceded defeat. So there's really nothing to go on for the media to call this race other than the projections that they have, which are being litigated. Now, back in 2016, Secretary Clinton conceded defeat. Back in 2000, Al Gore conceded defeat to George Bush, the younger, but then, of course, called again and unconceded. And we had this long, drawn-out fight dealing with just Florida. Well, that's sort of the model that we're looking at right now. And back then, the media didn't call George Bush president-elect, even though it appeared he had more votes. And it wasn't until Al Gore conceded, which was the middle of December of that year. By the way, President Bush did start to get CIA briefings around that same time. And that's when it was decided, well, it's just too late. This has to be over and done with. We have people already calling for intelligence briefings for Joe Biden. It's still the first half of November. This is incredible. And it goes back to that whole wag the dog, I saw it on TV mentality. Trump lost, I saw it on TV. This very video will have underneath it, when it appears, AP, the Associated Press, has called and projected the presidential race for Joe Biden. And then underneath that, it will say something to the effect of, and it won't be right away, but after it's up for a couple hours, it will say, learn more about preserving our election integrity by clicking here. Because they'll know that the video is challenging the media narrative, at least most of the media, and it'll be a problem. It'll be a problem. All we're doing is sitting here and waiting, watching. And I can't believe that this has to be explained. And I'm not talking about me explaining it. I just think, in general, that to say, well, it's over, I saw it on TV, not realizing everything else that's going around in the background. So I don't know what it's going to take. Obviously, people will have a vested interest in winning one way or the other. If it were point blank obvious to me, I would have, like I said, issued my congratulations already. I have not issued my congratulations because I'm not convinced. And if I were a more important person, like senators and representatives, that all of a sudden are going to go on this magical list of evil people that haven't congratulated Vice President Biden on his win. How dare you? How dare you? Well, why? It's not over yet. Oh, I know we all want it to be over, but it's not over. Well, join us next time. This is the Habsburg historian telling you to keep breathing and keep living that history.